in the relaxation breathing in to prepare. As you breathe out, we're going to prepare the legs however you fancy, or just leave them down. Once you've prepared your legs, then we're going to take our curl up and start to do breathing in for 5 and breathing out for 5. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe in. So if you have put your legs up in the air, obviously it makes it hard to work on the tummy to keep the weight of the legs supported on the spine, to keep that pelvis in neutral. But so if your tummy's starting to give out, of course, what you need to do is bring those legs down to the floor and just keep going with the 100, with the breathing, with the arms. Okay. I think we did it. Let's do a few head rolls. Loosen up that neck, actually. So the easiest thing would be to attempt to do your roll up, but then slip your hands behind the base of your back and push yourself up with your arms to keep the movement steady and constantly smooth. And you can then reach forwards and up. Do you see? Into your forward stretch exercise. And then to go back down, of course, you'd have to place your hands there whilst you try to north tilt the pelvis and roll back down through your spine once again. And then it all happens again. You can always start with your hands up above the head. So this is your ribcage closure exercise, obviously, to get the hands here. But you can always start here and try to do it, but just keep bringing those arms down so that you can keep moving. Yeah. But of course, you do the best you can. Yeah. Full exercise, keeping those arms above the head all the time as best as you can, and work the spine to do your roll-ups and roll-backs. Do a few more. It really helps to keep reaching those hands up to the ceiling. One more perhaps. Make your legs useless and do a spine. Try to do the same exercise you just did, in other words. North tilt the pelvis and keep north tilting the pelvis. It should feel quite hard work to get up there if you're not just using those legs too easily. Yeah. Down they go, down you go. Bring the legs up into a double knee fold. Same exercise again. It's obvious, isn't it, that you can't use those legs to help. And you really have to use those muscles in the spine. So it's quite nice to do it like that. Feet down, do a spine curl. And then feet up, do a spine curl, but it's actually called a rollover. Really hard work. Okay, and the full exercises with straight legs that we did last week. So just trying to keep those feet over the top of your head as you come back down. That's the juice of the exercise. Leg up towards the ceiling. Now, the simpler version of this, of course, is your knee circles, when we do knee circles like this with the leg bent. But we'll go straight away today and try and do our leg circles. You can always do knee circles if you want to. That's the easier one. But you see, steering that pelvis straight ahead so that we're not doing twisting the spine as we take the leg across, down, out to the side, and up in the biggest circle you can make, but not at the cost of doing hip rolls. I know you know all this stuff, but that's what we're doing. Breathing out to go down, breathing in to come up in the circle, breathing out, make those arms useless, and you'll find the waist will become useful, and you'll feel it working to keep that pelvis still until as you breathe out the very middle of the spine. Sorry, breathe in and breathe out to return. Breathe in and breathe out. So we breathe in because it helps to get the feeling of lifting with that exercise. Okay, so normally we breathe out on the movement, but to get that going, we breathe in to the back of the rib cage. So using that Pilates breathing practice we were doing last week. Do you remember when we were stretching the band out, breathing into the back of the rib cage? Apply that breathing for a few more. Okay, for the back of your spine. So you're sitting up nice and tall as you breathe out. You think of your C-curve exercise. Breathe into the back of the rib cage. Yeah, so sorry, the breathing pattern's slightly different. To prepare, you breathe out. Then you breathe in to go. And you breathe out to return. Yeah? There you go. A whole load of fun, that exercise. Rolling like a ball. Back to the start position. So the start position is the double knee fold. You can have your heels touching together and your hands on the outsides of the knee joints. You straighten the left leg out, hovering across the floor, and touch your left hand across to the top of the left knee. Breathe in and go back to the start position. As you breathe out, right hand goes across, right leg stretches out and up. Okay, so you can keep practicing that exercise if you like, but the full exercise is, of course, maintaining a curl up as you do that. Here we go. Breath in. As you breathe out, take the curl up. You don't have to do it. Breath in again to prepare. As you breathe out, left leg. Breathe in to come back. Breathe out for right leg. Breathe in to come back. And now you can pick up the pace once you've got the hang of it. Think about that chest trying to stay up as high as possible. You're not trying to use your arms to pull you up. Trying to use the strength of your spine to stay up. No twisting. And you can get it smoother. And let them legs change a bit smoother now as they can sort of pass halfway. Knee fold position. And we take the highest curl up you can do, thinking of your chest trying to go up to those toes. Yeah, and then we're ready to go. Breathe in to stretch the arms and legs out, and breathe out to pull everything back to the start position. Isn't that nice? Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. About 6 of them. And then curl down and lower those legs. Double leg stretch, that one. Good one. Sitting up nice and tall. As you breathe out, chin tuck, rib cage close, and you're just reaching those fingertips as far forward as you can. And then just breathe in and come back up again. It's quite simple. As you breathe out, it's like you're doing a roll down. So those roll downs that we do from standing, it's like you're trying to do that, but with a real going forwards feeling. And again, chin tuck, and bending the body and really trying to go forwards and back up. Holding your hands on the backs of your thighs. You straighten a leg and bend. You straighten a leg and bend. You straighten a leg and bend. Do you see? Now the knees are wide, so this is a bit like the Prima Pilates floor routine. You know, this stuff. Normally in the routine, I just have the legs straight ahead. But now, once you've done one leg at a time, have a go at two at a time. Yeah. So you're trying to keep the chest up. You're looking up the wall. Open those shoulders and get those knees doing knee extensions in this position. Now, easier than that, of course, would be leaning on your hands like this and doing the extensions like this. Do you see? I need to work up and get a little bit more. Yeah, a bit further each time. Yeah, there we go. All right, so you can you have to sort of get into the swing of it and let that happen. You roll onto the backs of your shoulders, you roll back forwards again, and then you try and catch that balance and lengthen out. I'll try one more go. Okay, so sit up nice and tall as you breathe out. Sort of wasn't perfect, but there we go. You've got to sort of stop it there and catch that place. I'll try one more. Breathing out. It wasn't very good. It wasn't a very good one. Okay, I didn't quite go far enough. But as I say, it takes a few to get into the swing of it. But you see the practice levels for that? Knee extensions, lying on your back, sitting up. Prima Pilates floor routine. Rolling like a ball exercise. C curves, all helping to get your body to do that circle motion, to take the legs round and up. So the full exercise is that you kind of twist the spine and roll down the side of the body, you know, taking the legs round, and then you roll up the other side. So you sort of roll down one side of your back and then roll up the other side of your back like that. Do you see? You roll down one side of your back. I hope you can kind of see what I mean on the screen. And the legs swing round and across, and you roll up the other side of your back, yeah, to the middle. So obviously the easier version is to have your knees bent like that. You definitely need your arms on the floor. Yeah, so knees bent, make the lever less, bend those knees right in if you want. For this one. So you've got, this one's called the saw. Now this one has rotation in it. So you're like this. You've got the legs wide, and you do think of a roll down and waist twist, you know, twisting tall. Yeah. So you think of a roll down. So you've got your chin tuck, your roll down, and twisting tall to bring you to here. Like this. Now this hand is like the saw going across the top of your shin, and you just kind of do a couple of reaches there before you come back up again. Now don't bounce hard. It's not a bounce actually. Yeah, it's a squeeze of more rotation. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm taking chin tuck rotation to bring my left hand's going back, that my left palm of my left hand is turning to face that way. My right palm is facing that way. So actually both the palms have turned to face the same way. So I get myself to here, and then I do, as I run out of breath, I just do a couple of extra pushes, okay, before I breathe in and return. Do you see? So breathing in to slide the nose and come up, and then use your buttocks to try and pull the upper body and the legs up further. Do you see? So each one will ache those buttocks. Breathing in to come up and breathing out to go down. you take your cobra, and then as you breathe out, you take that roll onto your chest. That's it. So the more you reach your arms forwards and up by your ears, the more you'll keep your arm weight facing the wall in front of you. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Breathe in. Relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. And just get them going. Have both the legs kick in at the same time. So your upper back muscles are working to raise the upper body. Don't overwork the neck. Okay, so that exercise is called double leg kick, actually. Position, especially really improving your upper back posture. So if you want to improve your posture, this is a great one, because putting the hands behind the back of your head here makes you have to really work those upper back muscles. Chin tuck, rib cage close. Think of your roll down. And up. And you'll feel your body loosening up and getting a little bit lower as your body gives in to the new job you're asking it to do. Yeah. You take a curl up like this, and then you let one leg go. So you've got one leg hovering off the floor and you're holding onto the other one. This is nice because it encourages stretching out of the hamstrings. So you've got one leg up and you're in your curl up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, the legs pass each other and you grab hold of that next leg that's coming in. Breathe in, breathe out. It's called scissors, obviously, because the legs are going like scissors, like this. Chop, chop. So that you're breathing out to change, and just breathe in when you get there. So imagine that they're like giant pedals. You really want to pedal on a giant bike. Yeah. Imagine you're a little toddler and you're sitting on a grown-up bike, and the legs would have to do a big. There'd have to be lots of hip movement to get those pedals going. That's what I mean. So the thigh bones want to be really pulling in and pushing away, not just the knees, because sometimes people just get the knees kicking like that. Okay, yourself up into a position and get yourself here. You see, where you're supporting your pelvis with the backs of your hands, and then you just do cycling on the ceiling again, like this. Yeah. Go up onto your tiptoes, and then you can take these stretches with the leg. It's not easy for everybody to achieve this position. So your pelvis is up in the air, your hands are your palms are locked underneath the sides of your hips, and you take this knee fold and a leg stretch and down. And you can get the heels to come down on the floor, and you just hit this position and do some legs. Again, that's near the finish, finishing off with some rotation. So we're sitting up nice and tall, turn the head, and you're rotating the spine. Sitting up tall, you see, and back round we come. And then you go, turn the head, rotate the spine. So the arms go round, drawing a big line on the wall, but we're not pulling those arms round. Of course, it's the rotation of the spine, it's the effort of the spine that's taking the arms round. the room. You see? Turn the head, rotate the spine, breath in, back round you come. I'll be back at the same time, same place for some more Pilates fun.
Thank you.